LIV Golf's quest for world ranking points began a while ago, and it wasn't off to a great start. Since its inception, golf legends like Tiger Woods have doubted the league for many reasons. One, the chief one being that the series couldn't and probably wouldn't get OWGR certified points. But the whole thing is taking quite an interesting and unexpected twist. This video will tell you more about that and how current LIV golfers are faring in the world rankings. First up, LIV golfers wrote a letter to the OWGR board's chairman last month. This letter stated the obvious. It was a call for the chairman to immediately recognize the new circuit and award ranking points for the events, not just future events, but retroactive points for those events that have already taken place. That's 5 to be exact. Unfortunately, their demands weren't well-founded, not because they lacked anything, but because something is lacking in OWGR procedures. This non-compliance can seriously harm LIV Golf's future. Money may mean a lot to the players on their circuit, but sports without ranking points are no sports. Come on, even the junior leagues have ranks. At this point, the series is just made up of mere exhibition events. What are you competing for? Every event has a prize at the end. You do too, but you don't have any ranks, so what's the point? The letter is very optimistic. It mentions how it's not LIV that's incomplete without OWGR ranks, but the other way around. Too confident here, are we? It quotes the example of pro player Dustin Johnson, who's dropped from number 13 to 22 despite finishing 8th, 3rd, 2nd, and even 1st in his first 4 LIV events. If OWGR is incomplete and inaccurate without LIV, why hasn't it been included yet? Well, it's not as simple as you'd think. Next, LIV doesn't comply with many OWGR standards. The tour doesn't have the components needed for its request to be approved, and it struggles to meet various parameters of the OWGR. Firstly, it lacks basics, such as promoting non-discriminatory practices. Like, no surprises there, Saudi funds fund the whole thing. Enough said. Apart from that, as our dear friend Tiger has reminded us many times, LIV deviates from the original 72-hole format of golf, and essential to get entry into the ranking system. It doesn't have things like 36-hole cuts or an open qualifying school before each season. What's more, it doesn't even meet one of the most basic requirements, to have a 10-event minimum schedule. At least till now. We can't say anything about the future, and even having 10 events next year won't do much because OWGR requires them to have it for at least 1 year before they can be included. The earliest they can get their hands on any number is 2024, which is pretty fair, but it's routine. The process usually takes upwards of 1 or 2 years with multiple stages that one has to go through, and they're all super rigorous and demanding. The only way they can even get that is if they have major changes in their organizational model, which we don't know whether that's possible. Now, LIV Golf officials are trying another avenue to have players earn OWGR points. Naturally, LIV is frustrated with the board of directors at the OWGR since they haven't yet expedited a review of their application for accreditation. And as shady as it is, this new golf series will take its chance on other avenues now. Wednesday marked the day for a new partnership for LIV with the MENA Tour. The tour believes a partnership with MENA would speed up its accreditation process easily. Why? Because MENA's already accredited. Be careful, Woods, they're coming for you. The MENA Tour isn't without controversy itself, what with being canceled in 2018, but considering it hasn't staged any tournaments for 2 years, we think LIV can change that. So yeah, this isn't as one-sided as you might think it is. The partnership will be mutually beneficial for both parties. The tour will return with the LIV Golf Invitational in Bangkok, and all LIV golfers will automatically become members of the MENA Tour. So guys, who even needs the PGA Tour now? No, seriously, you have to give it to this league. It's got some smart minds behind it. They seem optimistic, since a MENA statement confirmed that their players would be getting points for the Thailand event. And to be honest with you, it makes a lot of sense too. Why shouldn't they? They're part of the MENA Tour, which is already accredited. However, they seem to have forgotten a major problem here. Multiple problems. The series may be affiliated with an accredited tour, but as we said, it still doesn't meet many necessary conditions. It's still unlikely that the golf series will get anywhere. We know it sounds very enticing, a super cool partnership with MENA, who is LIV Golf's knight in shining armor. Let's be honest, this ain't no fairy tale. And there's no happily ever after for LIV either. LIV Golf might have started as this diamond-crusted golf tour backed by powerful investors, but there's no logical foundation for this shiny new tour. Sources familiar with OWGR's committee's workings have predicted that it's unlikely that Greg Norman's league would get accreditation. An alliance with another accredited tour doesn't mean eliminating LIV Golf from the world rankings automatically. That's not how it works. Even if Greg wants to take shortcuts here, he needs to calculate every jump he makes. This whole thing could be worse and completely backfire. The MENA Tour currently stands at a risk of becoming decertified because it looks like the tour will be changing its format a bit to align with LIV, which, as we've mentioned too many times now, is incompatible with the OWGR standards. And if MENA does get plunged by the committee for simply helping out out a friend in need, then we might just see some huge drama unfold in the world of golf. The whole thing reeks of career suicide right now. Let's look at where LIV golfers stand in the current world rankings. With little hope of accreditation and the indefinite ban from the PGA Tour events, one is forced to wonder how the mighty have fallen. Dustin isn't the only player who saw his rank fall. His rank right now is the lowest he's been at since 2015, but you'd be surprised to know that he's one of the safer ones. Many other players have struggled even more. After missing the Open de France cut, Patrick Reed fell out of the top 50 for the first time since 2014. Other players have seen their rankings tank as well. Phil Mickelson faced a change of 62 ranks from number 72 in June to even falling below the top 120 in October. Other major names like Ian Poulter, Lee Westwood, and Bernd Reisberger have all tumbled out of the top 100. Players like Taylor Gooch and Kevin Na have seen little change. Kevin has only gone down one rank, while Taylor has gone from number 35 to number 39. Abraham Ancer, Patrick Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, and Brooks Koepka have seen significant falls too. Honestly, it's a miracle they're still hanging in the top 50. But judging by the rates at which these ranks fall, it won't be long before they're also going way down. You can have different opinions on the whole thing. Some of you may think it is unfair that these golfers are stripped of their hard-earned positions, while some might think these people had it coming. Finally, Rory McIlroy and Matt Fitzpatrick speak out. We were under the impression that the PGA Tour golfers would be the first to mock LIV for not receiving points. Rory McIlroy is one of the biggest critics of LIV. After Tiger, he's the PGA Tour's strongest advocate, but he still understands the need for player recognition, even if they are from a Saudi-funded rival of the PGA Tour. McIlroy says that the best players in the world should be ranked accordingly. If players like Dustin Johnson fall below 100, everyone knows it's not an accurate reflection of their performance. This doesn't mean he's fully pushing for their cause. The 33-year-old golfer knows there's a specific process you need to follow, and as much as it wants to, LIV simply can't make up its own rules. He's got no issues with them getting world ranking points, but you need to meet specific criteria here. If you don't, it will only make your case difficult. How will you be able to justify your demands? Matt Fitzpatrick had the same thing to say. He doesn't disagree with their demands for points, but he also mentioned how every tour that goes through the accreditation process needs at least a year or two for it to happen. Honestly, if LIV was in such dire and immediate need of points, maybe they should have complied with the rules from the get-go, right? That's a wrap for this video. Do you think LIV should be accredited soon? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.